Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central, I'm your host Jack, and today we're taking a look at when older women regret hitting the wall. But let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
Want to see a magic trick?
I'm sorry?
A magic trick.
I was gonna buy me a drink. No?
No? Damn. That's okay.
Ma'am, respectfully, how about you buy yourself a drink while watching his magic trick?
Can somebody tell me what I'm doing wrong here? I'm on like my third by myself date, being stood up again. Like all day long was being told we were gonna do lunch or dinner. Lunch went by, we didn't do lunch. I check on dinner and I'm like 5 o'clock-ish. Hey, I'm getting a little hungry. Do you think we're gonna go out? No, I already ate. Are you serious? You know what I said? I'm too cute to sit at home. I am. Got my hair did. Got my errands in. Yeah, I'm not getting ready to sit at home. So I take myself out to eat. Take myself out to eat all the time. It's a regular thing. And I have just learned that I am my best company. So it is what it is. Here we go again.
I'm afraid it won't get any easier, and there must be a good reason why it keeps happening.
Question for the people that have successfully gotten through a divorce. Is it normal to see babies and feel so mad at them, like happy families? I am packing my apartment and it's just bringing up a lot of really sad memories. Packing our vow books, congratulations cards, things like that. And it just makes me think of the timeline of where I wanted to be right now. Like thinking I would be pregnant right now. There's a playground outside of my window in my apartment complex, and just like seeing kids and like seeing families is like killing me. Which is so weird because anytime I've wanted to get pregnant in the past, it hasn't happened. I've been like, I'm so happy for everyone that it's happening for, but like right now I just like, I can't even look like on my For You page. Like if there's like people talking about their fertility journeys or people who are pregnant, like I literally like can't even look. Like it's making me so upset.
Maybe next time think twice before ending your marriage. It's only gonna get harder as you get older.
You know, someone once told me that as soon as you start dating outside of your type, your life gets better. They were right.
I take it back. Ignore every single thing that I just said.
I highly doubt it's that bad, and with that mindset, you're never gonna find the right person.
Now, what are you looking for in a real one?
I don't think anything here.
Okay. So do you want to... Oh, okay. What do you mean by that? Expound on that.
I'm just looking for a younger woman, basically.
Oh, okay. Do you want to wait to hear ages, or you just already?
No, I'm good.
Okay. We might take some.
It's a lot of fun though.
Wow, if they're too old even for him, then they're definitely doomed to a life of singledom and cats.
I've just asked a man if we're on for our date later. How embarrassing. How embarrassing.
Hey, it could be worse. You could be in your 30s getting no dates at all.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Y'all see, I'm not paying for them. Look, I'll pay for the food.
Why would you come outside? There's the waiter. She gonna think you're trying to dine in there. She's right there.
You got something to Why would she bring her kids on the first date?
This is a great first date. Like, we're having a good time. I had a nice drink, a margarita with ginger beer.
But kids, though, you don't bring your kids on the first date, though. That's not...
My son had fun. He had fun. You had fun. Yeah.
She brought all 5 of her kids on the first date.
Bringing one kid to the first date is bad enough, but 5 of them? Come on now.
This question is very important to me, so that's why I asked. Are y'all okay with dating women with kids?
My name is Belly. I'm 31. And I mean, I don't mind kids, but back to what you said, how many you got? I got a couple of my own, you know, so.
All right. So you're going to have to answer how many is, so they know how many is too many.
Okay, I'm going to just be honest because I'm not ashamed of my kids. I have 6.
Okay.
Yep. I got 3 girls and 3 boys.
Okay. So, why you have your balloon unpop?
Well, you know, like first initial attraction, like you pretty. So, and I don't mind kids and stuff, but that's like too many. They're expensive and, you know, yeah.
Okay. All right, so it's Beline your type. Why? Why not?
Yes. Very beautiful. I like your style. I like the way you dress. I like that you're honest.
Single with 6 kids? Good luck finding anyone that's okay with that.
Become a little more invisible the older you get as a woman, unfortunately. I don't get asked out on a lot of dates. I never get asked out on dates. I don't know if it's being 55 in Los Angeles or if it's just a strange town.
What is the biggest confidence killer for women over 50? Men over 50. They never look at you anymore.
When I was 55, I felt like I was starting to fade. I felt like I was starting to go invisible. I felt dismissed. I felt ignored. I felt like I was washed up.
The older you get, the harder it is to be seen. And yet, a lot of women still want to be picky when it comes to men.
So you got 100 millionaire right now that you're dealing with?
No.
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 Why not?
Well, like I said, we broke up.
So, okay, so since you moved on from him, you haven't found anybody else?
I mean, I got a pool now, but like, no one's serious. I'm not taking nobody serious right now. I'm doing my thing. And
what do you think about that, McQueen?
What do I think about her not having nobody that's taking her serious?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are saying, okay, well, let's clarify. I'm not taking anybody serious.
Okay, what makes you think that it's not the other way around?
What do you mean? Because I'm not looking for that right now. I'm literally like calculatedly being single. I'm moving to Dubai August 1st.
Mm-hmm. Lady, I'm pretty sure you've got it all mixed up. If not, why are you still single?
How old are you?
I'm 47.
Are you going for older men or younger men right now?
I'm going for someone that is probably a little bit younger to maybe only a few years older.
Okay, so what's a little bit younger, like 45, 43?
At least 40. At least 40.
Okay. Would you say that at your age your drive is higher than it's ever been before?
I would say definitely.
So do you think that 47-year-old men are going for women your age, or are they going for younger women?
I'm sure they're looking for someone younger, absolutely.
And why would that be the case?
Like a single man at this stage of my life is looking for maybe a little more excitement, or they're just getting out of a long relationship, so they're not looking for like a commitment. So going with someone younger, typically it's easier to find someone that's not looking for a commitment. Someone my age that's dating, we're looking to settle down and be with the person that we're going to end up with.
Lady, you probably should have tried settling down when you were younger. Doing so at 47 is gonna be tough.
You'll be 35 years old with a 6-year-old and a teenager, both by 2 lower earning men. Why would a man who's making $500,000 plus want to deal with that?
I think it just depends on the perspective that he's taking.
Give me the perspective that you think a man who's making $500,000 plus would take to choose to deal with that.
I would say that I don't have any baby daddy drama, right?
Neither do women with no, hold on. Neither do women with no children.
She's searching for a man who doesn't exist. Time to lower those standards.
Being invisible as we get older. Let me tell you a short story of how I first experienced this. So I'm 57 now. This was probably when I was about 55. I was walking through a mall, and all of a sudden, I just got this weird sense that nobody saw me. I just was there, and I was walking, looking at stores and looking at people and different things, but nobody was looking at me. And all of a sudden it occurred to me, oh, people used to look at me. I mean, men used to look at me. Even women would notice me. And all of a sudden I just felt like I wasn't relevant anymore. Like I didn't really matter, and nobody noticed me. And it was the weirdest, emptiest feeling. I felt overwhelmed with a feeling of like sadness and depression. It occurred to me I wasn't as outwardly, I guess, vibrant and attractive as I used to be, if that's what I was, but that's what it felt like. I felt like I just kind of faded into the woodwork, like I wasn't that special and nothing was really, nobody was really noticing me. I was just kind of there, neutral, like faded, just blended into the scenery.
Without wanting to sound too harsh, I'm afraid you're just gonna have to get used to it, ma'am.
I get that you turn everything into a joke. I think you do that really to protect yourself as an armor. I don't think you actually think it's funny, but to recognize that like you're a beautiful young girl, and you're never going to have the prospects. You're not going to have a man that wants to have a family with you because they're going to see you as damaged goods. Your mother partaking in that, just so you know, is a form of abuse. It is. It's abusive.
I personally don't see it as that. I mean, my mum's just trying to help me. But what then would you suggest my mother does?
Try to talk you out of it. Like a mom. This mom is supposed to guide their children when they're doing decisions like that and say, listen, I understand you may think this is that, or you may think it's this way, but you're a beautiful young girl. You have your entire future ahead of you. You have 2 parents that love you. You know, you could marry a man and raise children and have a happily ever after. Or you could be the girl who everyone knows, who can't have a child that goes to school without people making fun of them. I mean, imagine having a son and they say, like, you know, your mom's on the internet, I watched her get by 100 men, you know, or a daughter, you know, something which is just like, it's so precious, that relationship between a mother and their daughter.
Respect to this woman for holding her accountable. Actions have consequences, especially in extreme cases like this.
Being married is no longer the standard for women. A lot of us are starting to see that we are better alone.
Don't you find it interesting that all of these modern women that find it impossible to get and keep a man, much less get married, all of a sudden want to act like marriage is not the standard, marriage is bad? No, you're a horrible person. And you're not good company. You're entitled, you have a negative attitude, you think the world owes you something. That's the reason why you can't get married. So instead of pretending like the new standard is to be single, why don't you just admit that you're wrong?
Yeah, it's probably time to face up to the fact that you can't get a man or even convince one to marry you. Simple.
I dated a guy that was 13 years older than me, so when he was in his 50s, I was still in my 30s. And one night in a conversation, he was like, you know, Fiona, men get better with age and women decline. I thought, oh, really? And then this morning I was scrolling through Facebook and this interview pops up, and it's this guy interviewing this other guy on the streets of Miami, and this guy is like 30 years old. And the interviewer asks him, what do you think the difference is between men and women as they age? And the guy who said the exact same thing that my ex said. He said, you know, men get better with age and women, well, they decline. I've been thinking about it all day and I'm like, you know what? That's not true. Like, not anymore anyway. Okay, maybe it was true in our grandmother's time. Now in 2025, that is not true. Like, look around. Like, every woman that I know that's over the age of 35 looks fantastic. And I know these women in real life. There's so many women online that I'm following that are 35, 45, 55 up, and they're just like, they're inspirations to me. So I'm here to say that myth of men get better with age and women decline is bull, and I'm calling it as bull. What I see and what's in my reality is women, as we get older, we get hotter because we're stepping into our power.
Hate to break it to you, ma'am, but if you really believe that, you should probably watch this video.
I feel like every single girl has a list of the guys she's ever been with. Like, how fun. I remember the men that have been inside of me, and I have a husband, and that's okay.
How fun. It's okay. No, it's not okay. That's disgusting. And calling men insecure for not wanting to date a woman who brags about her body count like it's a scrapbook, that's not empowerment. That's delusion. If you still hold on to your past proudly, you're not healed. You're just numb. And a man who doesn't want that has standards. He's not insecure. He's just discerning. And if your entire identity is making men feel weak for wanting purity, stability, and respect, you're not some modern woman. You're just lost. Why don't we stop teaching women to laugh at their damage and maybe start teaching them how to heal it?
That's definitely something you shouldn't be proud of. It's just weird and disrespectful to your partner.
So I never really talk about like my love life on here, but I'm 31. I'm an Aquarius. My name is Jasmine, and I am very much single and very much tired of being single. I would love companionship. I really miss going on dates and having fun with someone and spending the weekends together and having someone that I text like throughout the day that cares about me and I care about them. I just miss that like love and that consistency. Like, no one prepares you, like, for, like, if you're in your 30s and you're single and you're alone, like, how you really feel. Like, it's not a good feeling to feel this way. And I live in a very conservative Mormon state. So, like, a lot of people are, like, married and in relationships and having more kids. And I'm just not doing those things. Like, I'm a single mom. I have a beautiful little boy. And I am having the hardest time dating. Mind you, like, I'm not very picky. Like, I do have a type, but I'm not picky. I just know what I want. And as of lately, it's been duddy.
Maybe it's the fact that you're a single mom in your 30s. Men definitely aren't lining up to date someone with that kind of baggage.
Y'all, please tell me why I went on a date last night, me and my 8 kids, and the man left us at the table.
Yeah, I could tell you 8 reasons why.
Okay, so I had been talking to this man for a few months now, or whatever like that. He knew I had 8 kids. So last night he wanted to take me out on a date. So he was already at the restaurant, and I was home, getting myself together. So he was like, where you at? I'm at the restaurant. So I was like, yeah, I'm home, getting me and my kids together. He did not say anything. We get to the restaurant. He then says, why did you bring your kids?
Girl, was you going on a date or interviews for a father? That's why you brought the product?
So now I'm looking at him like, sir, why wouldn't I bring my kids? You need to get to know me and my kids, especially on our first date.
So, you just introduced your kids to anybody, huh?
So he ain't said nothing else. We ordered our food. We eating, chopping it up or whatever like that. Then he said he needs to go to the restroom. Me not thinking nothing of it. Y'all, please tell me why this man went to the restroom and never came back.
Could you blame him? I would have left as soon as y'all set y'all down.
And this is why single mothers get a bad rep. But 8 kids? That's just ridiculous.
Last time I was single, I was 24 and the dating pool was everyone. And now it's like a shallow puddle of age-appropriate men who are old and gross, and I don't want to do that.
Well, she better get used to it, because it's only gonna get harder the closer she gets to 40.
So, I turned 40 about 3 months ago. And I find myself incredibly unhappy with my life. I'm broke. I'm single. I have horrible habits. And I have been, I probably had the worst year of my life last year. And I'm at a point where I'm like, I have nothing to lose. And I have to change the way that I'm living. I have to change my life. I have to make changes. Otherwise, I don't think I'm gonna make it. And I've been so low in the past couple of months, and I've only just reached a point where I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I have found hope. But I reached a point a few months ago where I didn't know. I didn't know where I was going, what I was doing. And I've reached that rock bottom point in my life where I'm like, I can't keep going like this. I can't keep doing the things that I've been doing because I'm so incredibly unhappy.
Ladies, you heard it here first. If you don't want to be miserable at 40 with tons of regret, make those changes and better yourself.
A hard truth for the single girls right now, a pill that I am forcing myself to swallow as well, is that the 6-foot+ bull is holding us back. My co-host Sequoia told me to listen to this episode of Diary of a CEO and listen to it. At first I was freaking out and I was like, I'm going to be alone till the day I die. Accept that. And that still might be true. But one easy thing you can do to better your chances of not dying alone is not being so picky about height. You can still like tall guys. You can still prefer tall gentlemen. But in this dating landscape, height as a deal breaker, I mean, listen to the episode for yourself. It's looking bleak.
Has it really taken you this long to realize height shouldn't matter? You'll miss out on a bunch of great guys with that mentality.
The men that y'all claim don't exist no more, I had that type of man. I had him. And I lost him because I was stupid, foolish, young, immature, possessive, mean, with a nasty attitude, ungrateful, entitled, and ignorant. I had a good man. One who gave me roses, romantic surprises, lingerie, gift baskets. He cooked, he cleaned, he had roses and candles lined up to the floor. He was romantic. He would throw me $1,000 even when he wasn't rich just to go get my damn hair done. My toes, my nails was there. He cared about me. He played old school music and slow dance with me. He me good, took care of me, took care of my kids. I had a good man. And I lost him because, first of all, was shocked that I even got somebody like that. I had never had nobody like that before. And I went into overdrive just doing stupid to try to control him and put my claws in him. And it was unnecessary because I had somebody who loved me for real and did not cheat. Loyal. Oh, loyal. If you got some man like that, please do the work. Be appreciative and be grateful. Don't be entitled. Do kind and nice things for him. Don't just be a taker. Give back. Respect him. Oh, respect him. Because that man, baby, he gone. He with a new woman. And she look happy as hell.
She's right. Good men absolutely do exist. You just have to look in the right places and not take advantage of them.
Should never argue so much about things. Yeah. People argue too much about stupid, trivial things.
What makes you say that? Do you think it's just wasted energy?
My husband now, and I'm thinking, shouldn't have argued with him, you know. I thought after I lost him, I thought, why on earth did we do all them arguments? In the work for nothings half the time, you know. That's one of my regrets, like.
I appreciate your time. I hope you guys have a great time on the quayside.
A lot of modern women could learn a thing or two from this lady.
Being happy is not enough of a reason to stay married because happiness is fleeting and no one is ever happy 100% of the time. You can be happy, truly happy, when you initially get married and then you find things out. And it makes it that much more heartbreaking and that much more devastating because no one gets married wanting to get a divorce. The thing that overarches any emotion of love or being happy is change. Change is the only inevitable thing. And when it's make or break time, that is what matters far more than happiness. When someone has changed to the point that you don't recognize them or they are not evolving or changing in the way that you need them to be a good partner, divorce happens. You know how sad it is that I can't even look at my favorite creators' pages anymore because they show their families and they show their kids, and I want that so bad. I do not want to be laying in bed at 1 p.m. because I'm so exhausted and sad about my life, especially when you're the only person that knows what's going on. It is incredibly isolating and sad and heartbreaking, and that is far more pressing and far heavier than happiness feels in the moment.
I can't believe she said being happy isn't always enough reason to stay married. Honestly, I don't think she was ever happy married in the first place. You guys have made it to the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos just like these. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch one of my videos right after this video. So if you like this video, you might as well watch another one. Till next time.